Good morning, good morning, good morning, good morning. It's early, y'all. It's early, so don't mind me, dog. I'm puffy than a mug, out here doing some work. I got a quick. I don't know if it's gonna be quick or not, but I got a response, a reaction to the House of Consciousness, Napah and Judah Nas. Okay, I don't know how many people saw this presentation, right? Pretty much Judah Nas and Napah, they did a presentation on how black people have low IQs. Okay, they did a whole presentation on how black people have low IQ, lower IQs than most other groups. Pardon me. So I'm here to do a quick reaction, give my opinion, because I had strong feelings about what I saw. I actually went on the show last week and I spoke to both of them. And I told both of them I was rebuttaling both of them. And of course I was kicked off the show because people want to get personal. I'm gonna get into that too. How personal people get as if this is like the Boy Scouts or this is like a clubhouse or a gang. This is YouTube, fam. We're allowed to have our opinions. Everybody's allowed to speak and say what they want to say. I can go to somebody else's channel and say what I want to say. Don't be so emotional and so personal. That's why the channel is declining. You should really check that. But anyway, I'm not here to be disrespectful. I'm just here to give my reaction. Now, the show was about how low black people's IQ levels are compared to other groups. And it's a lot wrong. It's a lot wrong with this. Not saying the content is wrong and our IQ levels may not be lower. But the question is, when they take these polls of IQs, who are they testing to see if their IQ is lower? When's the last? I don't remember the last time I had an IQ test. Okay, and when you put these statistics out there, the sources were crazy, right? The sources of the IQ test were crazy, um, and it seemed to be very biased. Now, if you go on certain white supremacist channel, they will have the same talking points and they will have the same statistics. And to go on a show such as the House of Consciousness and to see these same points, to see these same points being taught or talked about, is very disappointing. Okay, now let me say this to you. This is my major problem. See, when you say something, it's not about what you say. It's about how you say it, and it's about your track record. Now, I'm gonna be very clear. not gonna be disrespectful. I will be y'all are nobody that I'm scared of. Like y'all have a thing over there where people supposed to be scared of you inside that or something. No, I'm not gonna be disrespectful though, because I want to be heard. Napah, you have a track record of talking crazy about black people. You have, hear me clearly. This is why I'm making this video. The girl over the House of Consciousness, you have a track record of talking filthy about us. And from what I understand, you're not foundational. You're not a foundational black American. Okay, so the spirit in which this conversation is being had is in bad faith, if you ask me. Hey, how's my connection? If anybody's in here, press one if my connection is good. Out here on my back deck, man, my connection is kind of crazy. So yeah, I want to start there. We've heard some of the most vile. If you go back, oh my man, Frank Littlejohn, peace. Good morning, man. If you go back to a lot of the videos that Nepal has, I'm talking about shit on black folks. It sounds like it's black people don't talk the way I've heard her talk about black people. We just don't do that. And when you have that type of track record, you cannot come out and do a show about the low IQ level of black people and sound so confident and so happy to put this information out there. You understand? That's one of the major problems I have with this. If you have If you have a track record of uplifting black folks, then I'll listen to your conversation. You got it? Um, it seems as if they took so much pleasure in saying it just flowed. It kinda just flowed out of her mouth, out of their mouth. Okay, how we're our IQ levels are so much lower. Now I'm not here to debate whether they are or they aren't. I can only speak for myself. You understand? But if your channel, right, is about black empowerment, uplifting black people, right? Because we already know why, if it's true that our IQ levels are lower, we already know why. Okay? We have a long history of neglect, injustice, and oppression. We have a long history of that. We have a long history of schools that are underfunded, right? We have a long history of all um these conditions that would absolutely make black folks have a lower IQ because they're not getting properly educated. A lot of black people aren't getting properly educated. So Pookie and Ray Ray, Judah Nash kept referring to Pookie and Ray Ray. Napah kept referring to the people on YouTube. Now listen, most of the time when we speak, right, when we speak about our experience, we speak about our experience from what we see, from our surroundings, from our dealings with people, from our relationships. Now let's be clear. Napah, you live on YouTube. You live on YouTube. You have a lot of history, beefing and going back and forth, and a lot of drama, right? With the Queen's Thrones and the Shugs and all these other people. You have all this beef. So it's to me, it sounds like you're projecting, and you even said it a couple times on the show. You're projecting your reality onto black people's reality, and that is furthest from the truth. Okay? We don't all get down like the dirty sector of YouTube. That is, you're a part of the dirty sector of YouTube. Do you know that? Do you know that? Okay? Yes, you are. We can pull up video after video after video of you spewing the most nastiest, vilest stuff about the black community. And it wasn't a we thing, it was a you guys. Okay? Don't make me pull up the tapes and put together a video. Don't make me pay one of these YouTube. Don't make me pay Suge. I'll send Suge a cash app to put together these videos of you trashing the black community. Okay? So you're not qualified to have that conversation. You're just not. Maybe you can redeem yourself, do some redemption, and then come back and have that conversation. But as of right now, the spirit in which the conversation is being had is just not in good faith. You understand? Judah Nash, you're in Japan, sir. You live in Japan. Why are you talking about black Americans, dog? Number one, you're not that concerned with it because you're in Japan. Okay, yes, you got a little crew of black people you hang with out there and you drink sake with, or whatever y'all do in Japan. All right? What is it you're concerned with black Americans' IQ? What was the purpose of that whole live? What was the purpose of that whole um presentation? What was the purpose? Y'all didn't have no solutions. Y'all didn't bring one solution to the table. Maybe, I'll be hopeful. Maybe the next show, maybe y'all plan on doing another show with a solution to the low black IQs. Will y'all come with us, Napah Shaddai, will you come with a solution for the black IQs, or you just want to tell us and showcase, all right? Do you want to just showcase that our IQ levels are lower than every other group? So if there's not a solution video coming, then everything I'm saying is correct. So hopefully there'll be a solution video coming here in the near future. All right. Sinetta, let me talk to you for a minute. You need a new PR. You know what PR is? Public relations. You need a new public relations person over there. Okay? Why in the world, right? When you built your channel off of, and don't chalk this up to me as being emotional because I know that's what Shawty gonna do. I'm not emotional. Why? If you built your channel off of black empowerment, if you built your channel off of building up the black community and having information for the black community, why in the world would you have a conversation like this after everything that has transpired thus far? After everything you've been through in the past 2 to 3 years with your channel, being demonetized, losing people, losing some of the best scholars, you've lost some of the best. What happened to Unc, dog? What happened to Unc? Where's Unc at? Unc rolled for you. You did. Garfield's gone. You did. It's so many people that are gone, important people, and you're left with Napah Shaddai and Judah and Napah, dog. Like you, look here. I'm talking to you, brother to brother. I'm talking to you, businessman to businessman. All right. Hey, shout out to everybody in the chat. Brooke Collins, BB Skin, Grand Rising, Spicoli. Y'all have a great morning too, man. We just talking, we chopping it up. I'm talking about a program that I watched this morning slash last night, and I'm just giving my reaction to it. Uh, yeah, so Sanetta, man, I hope you get yourself a PR manager. You need a PR manager over there because that's just not a good move. You got to learn how to read the room, okay? If your channel is going downhill, you've been demonetized, you might want to do things that are more conducive to bringing people in, not pushing people away. You understand? So, at the end of the day, man, I'm gonna say it again. If your spirit and your track record do not line up, right? If you have a track record of talking bad about the black community, if you have a track record of going in and speaking as if the black community are just bad people, you do not have the qualifications to come and tell us about our IQ levels. You understand? Uh, yeah, man. If you get a chance, go check it out. I'll promote. I'll do some promotion. It's on the House of Consciousness. It's called Black IQs or something like that. I don't know, but you'll find it. Okay, you'll find it. Uh, it really touched the nerve, man. It touched the nerve. And when I went on there the week before, and I'm gonna talk about the personal stuff that goes on some of these channels. I'm gonna talk about that right now. When I went on there last week, I heard the conversation and I wanted to chime in, and I got to talking, and I got to speaking, and then somebody recognized me from being on um, other channels. I've been on other channels and I've said what I had to say. You understand? I've went on other channels and I've gave my opinion and I've gave my feelings. And I'm a grown man. I don't know who y'all think y'all are that grown people can't go to other channels and say what the hell they need to say, especially if we getting kicked off of your channel. And lo and behold, the girl kicked me off. Why did she kick me off? Napah kicked me off the channel because she was telling me how I'm wrong because I was voicing my opinion on other channels, Queen's Throne, Shaka Doodoo, and other people. And I had to tell her, Napah, you've made whole videos. You've made several videos about Sarnetta. You're not in any you're not in any moral position to tell me what I can say. You dig? So the contradiction, she kicked me right off. She did not want to hear the truth, and she kicked me right off that joint. Absolutely, BB Skin, absolutely. But some of these YouTube channels, they take it very personal. If somebody comes from my chat to another chat and is talking crazy about me, I don't care. Like, come on, man. Is it the truth? Is that why? Like, is that what's going on? Are people spreading the truth? That's why you're mad? If somebody's talking about me on another channel, so what, man? It's free promotion. Only time I would be mad is if it was the truth and I was ashamed of that truth. You understand? So it seems like that's what they're mad about. That yeah, it's the truth, dog, and they're ashamed of that truth. But yeah, man, we gotta go over to that channel, man, and check out the content, and then leave a comment. You know, put what you feel. A lot of us, we not feeling that. Especially if we heard how you feel about us. We've heard. I'm here to say, Nepal, we've heard how you feel about black men and black women. We've heard it. You dig? Um, so yeah, you don't have a right to speak on our community the way you talked about our community. Yeah, man. So Judah Nash, it is what it is, bro. Like I take it for what it's worth. I'm not emotional. I listen to it and I take in the information. I've heard this before. Domo, good job coming on there with the rebuttal. You did great. That was excellent. Uh, but y'all could come with solution. It just seemed like I was trolling. It seemed like y'all had a personal vendetta. You understand? Oh yeah, that takes me to the point I was gonna say. It was a brother that came on the panel, right? And he was on another channel, uh, a channel that is kind of beefing with the House of Consciousness. He gave his opinion. Then he goes on Sarnetta's channel and wants to chime in on the topic. Sarnetta said, "You either apologize or I'm gonna kick you out." He didn't apologize, as he shouldn't have, because he's a grown man. He said what he said, and Sarnetta kicked him off the channel. Like, this is why your channel's in the tank, homie. This is why your channel's in the tank. You got to think like a businessman. If I walk into McDonald's, right, and I was just at Roy Rogers, you know, is McDonald's gonna kick me out? No, they have no feelings, no emotions. They just gonna take my money, right, and keep it pushing, as they should. That's called business, man. Y'all and y'all feelings too much over there. Y'all take things way too personal over there. But that's my little rant for this morning. Um, we're not gonna act like all black people are Pookie and Ray Rays. That's one thing we're gonna stop in 2024, 25. All black people aren't out here committing crime. All black people aren't out here watching Love and Hip Hop, right? Watching the Zeus channel. Don't let the media fool you. The media promotes this. They utilize millions of dollars. It's a saying, black destruction is $1 billion industry. It's not a coincidence that this is what you see when you turn on your TV. We don't own any of these corporations. We don't own any of these record labels. We don't own any of this. We don't own any of these media outlets. Barely any. All right. So it's propaganda. You understand? I wanted everybody on that chat to ask, answer the question: does your mother listen to Gucci Man? Is your mother a Pookie or a Ray Ray? Is your mother or father or grandfather or grandmother or cousin, are they a Pookie and Ray Ray? I bet you 90% of that chat would have said no. Therefore, that lets us know that the consensus that these people are coming up with out the blue, I don't know where they're getting their data from, but they're acting like we all are ignorant. They're acting like we all are only worried about music and all worried about video games. They act like we're all only worried about unaliving each other. Y'all need to get into the real world. Get off YouTube. Napah, get off YouTube for a minute, right? Because that's where you're forming your opinions. You beefing with all these people because of y'all's behavior, right? And you acting like that's black people as a whole. No, that's your people. That's the people you deal with. So yeah, I'm gonna leave it at that, man. If you familiar with what I'm talking about, man, leave a comment in the chat. Tell me how you felt about what you saw on that show. Um, I might do a part two later on. You know what I mean? I'm sure they're gonna have another. They wanted me to debate that topic. I don't want to debate that topic. I don't want to deal with that channel in that capacity. I'll jump up there, give my 2 cents. That's it. Because I don't want to get caught up in that web. You know what I'm saying? It's a web of deceit. It's a web of just bullshit. You know what I'm saying? So I went up there and gave my 2 cents. They wanted me to debate the topic and all that. I'm like, nah, man. I'm not sitting here debating the topic. Um, there's no need. You dig? But hey, look, y'all have a good day, man. I appreciate y'all stopping through. Boom. Peace. See you.